in London, and he would forever go off to his uncle's house and get good Indian food. And when you're that young and you're struggling for an Indian meal, I'm going back way back, maybe 89, 88, 89 or 90 maybe.
Go to England, go to South Africa, go to West Indies, you would want Rahul Dravid to bat for your life, and we were fortunate that we had him at number 3. First met Rahul in 1989, if I'm not wrong, with Kailash Khatani, my second year on the trip, and it was Rahul's first year. It was a fantastic trip for all of us, young boys out of school. We used to go to London, my second time in London. The first time was the year before with Sachin, and then was on the trip, and that's when I saw young Rahul Dravid. He got a magnificent 100 on a tough wicket in somewhere close to Scotland. I can't remember the place.
And I remember meeting him for the first time there. He was already quite a little bit of a well-known name in sort of junior cricket because he'd done quite well.
I think the next time I saw him was Ranji Trophy in 1991, to be precise. Yes, 1991, the year we went on to win the Ranji Trophy, and his debut for Karnataka against us, he got 100 on debut for Karnataka. I also got runs in that game. I got an 80. I just played a few games before that, so that's when I first met the young man, and same boyish face, young boy, very intense. You could see Rahul Dravid, and that's where he is now one of fantastic cricketer for India.
When the opportunity came in, he batted at 3 and I batted at, I think it's 7 in that game. So I had a long time to watch actually him bat and bat very well actually.
I was too engrossed in my performance, to be honest. When he came into bat, I was already, I think, 70 odd batting.
You did feel really nice for him that he was, he got that 100. And from my side, I was like, wow, I've got the chance to now, make it count. So even after he got out, I sort of used it a little bit as a motivation and an inspiration.
I remember my 100 scoring shot, which was a cover drive through point, and he was at the non-strikers end. I finished the day at 1:31. I got out an hour after tea, and he carried on. He came back the next morning and got 95. I was standing at the Lord's balcony that day and hoping that he would get 100. Seen him play at the under 15s, I think under 15 levels. Then Ranji Trophy together. Seen him his debut at Eden Gardens, and then seeing his debut at Lord's. So I've watched his career closely. So it would have been great if we both would have got hundreds that day. That's the first time I went to Taunton, a beautiful looking ground in Somerset, just outside the English countryside.
It's just one of those days when things are going really well for you. And I actually outscored Saurav for a large part of it early on, and then he kind of caught up and he really capitalized on the spinners later on.
Ramesh got out, I think, in the first or second over, so I think we were 0 for 1 or 2 for 1, and then 320 when Rahul got out. So it must have been a tough time for Ranatunga and Aravinda De Silva. They tried everything. Bowling into the pads, using the short ball, and we just kept hammering it. Quick outfield, flat batting pitch, and we just smacked it on a Saturday.
I don't think we thought about the record or we thought about the runs, and we just played and we kept going, and he kept challenging me, he kept pushing me. I remember saying, hey, you're going really well, keep going, keep playing your shots if the ball is there, and that's what I did. I just kept playing, and I pulled it back a little bit, and then he sort of took over. But it was nice to have that partnership, and we had a couple in one day cricket, but that's obviously one that's really special. He's now become a big time administrator now, so he's a big shot, so he doesn't have much time for me.
Life's changed. We've all just backed off a bit. He's still involved heavily into the coaching part of the game. I'm not. Don't meet much often, but whenever we meet, wherever we meet, we make sure we have a dinner together. Went to his house a few times after that.
We do catch up when we can, as and when we can. It's always good fun. It's always a good laugh. It's a good chat. He's always got some interesting stuff to say.
The wall, as they say. Whatever he did, gave everything he had. I think that's very, very, very important. Same Rahul Dravid, He enjoys working with the under 19s, wants to give back to the game, and I think these young boys are absolutely in a fantastic position to have him as their coach at such a young age of their careers.